fuck you tonight. Oh, tonight.
Young Righteous just sent me something, so I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Thank you, Young Righteous. You're on the live list.
If the girl got a nigga, then he gonna get impeached. Don't fuck with them snakes, don't fuck with them leeches. Something like a player on sit in them bleachers. That's all facts, got a nigga really preaching. She all quiet, she supposed to be teaching. Stay giving brains so you know she ain't speaking. Them haters burnt out like they be tweaking. The drip from my motherfucking chain stay leaking. Loud pack got a nigga stone on solid. Won't fuck with the bitch if a pussy high mileage. She wanna fuck with Young Righteous cause she heard I'm shining. You been push word for 2 years, still diamond. Talking about the car paid all, boy, why you lying? I keep my circle small, all these niggas burnt out. Every time I see a young nigga, I be buzzed down. Got 99 problems and I'm like, what now? Rip flare wet, got drip like I'm offset. Don't bet my line if you ain't talking about it. Take off a couple Zans and I stay getting next. Smoke every chance I get, ain't got time for the stress. I ain't worried about it, bitch, ain't got time for the mess. Calculate, I'ma move like a nigga playing chess. You get shot in the head, ain't no need for the vest. Put the boy to sleep, now the nigga getting rest. I be taking off like that boy Devin Hester. I'm about my cheese, you should call your boy Chester. Purple in my cup, got gold like a Laker. And my gear fresh, nice stay with a taper. If the girl got a nigga, then he gonna get impeached. Don't fuck with them snakes, don't fuck with them leeches. Something like a player on sit in them bleachers. That's all facts, got a nigga really preaching. She all quiet, she supposed to be teaching. Stay giving brains so you know she ain't speaking. Them haters burnt out like they be tweaking. The drip from my motherfucking chain stay leaking. Don't trust many cause these niggas be scheming. Plus the nigga flow dope, I'm the hardest in the region. If you need a verse, just check out my retail. You can bet my line or just hit me through Gmail. Pop at your bitch and pop up in the booth. Get my brain in a whip than I did out of school. Never nice to the world, yeah, I stayed in my mood. Yeah, that glow that we live in, got stay with a tool. This man on fire, man, on something like a hot boy. Bang like a roster, nigga, turn it up a notch, boy. And my car swing like dreads on rosters. Man, I got drip like sauce on pasta. Sick to my stomach, hey, nigga, made me nauseous. Snakes in the grass, so you better take precaution. Bitch, give me space, bitch, treat me like a Martian. A nigga smoke strong and a nigga do it often. A nigga smoke loud, nigga, put him in the coffin. Can't understand my plug, but I understand it's offspring. So why I fuck with him and the extra really thoughtful. But you still broke, my niggas really off. If the girl got a nigga, then he gonna get impeached. Don't fuck with them snakes, don't fuck with them leeches. Something like a player on sit in them bleachers. That's all facts, got a nigga really preaching. She all quiet, she supposed to be teaching. Stay giving brains so you know she ain't speaking. Them haters burnt out like they be tweaking. The drip from my motherfucking chain stay leaking. If the girl got a nigga, then he gonna get impeached. Don't fuck with them snakes, don't fuck with them leeches. Something like a player on sit in them bleachers. That's all facts, got a nigga really preaching. She all quiet, she supposed to be teaching. Stay giving brains so you know she ain't speaking. Them haters burnt out like they be tweaking. The drip from my motherfucking chain stay leaking.
That was Young Righteous. Thank you for sending that one in, Young Righteous. Really appreciate that one. This one's Lamont Jones, otherwise known as D-Swag, No Sleep.
Yeah. You already know D-Swag. Name brand. Rico. What it is, man. F1, M2. But you already know that by now. No sleep. Maybe I'll rest tomorrow. In and out. That ash mine. Baby, I'm starved. Baby, I'm starved. No handles, but I can handle bars like no sleep. Maybe I'll rest tomorrow. In and out. That ash mine. Baby, I'm starved. Baby, I'm starved. No handles, but I can handle bars like I'ma run this bitch, no horseshoe. Got a bag, y'all little bitch suck me like a star. Hopping up out of Aston Martin. These niggas always fucking hating. Look at my Audemars. I really ain't got time to spend with you, catch you tomorrow. I'm skiing, I'm skirting on the fella rallies in the Aston Martin. Ain't think about no motherfucking cost at all. Your mind, I'm so cold, I'm so dope, I'm so high, you can't stop me. You try me, I bust you real tough. I am the chosen one, though. Call me Luca on my Kanye shit. I kick the shit up at y'all fuck niggas. I ain't listening what y'all saying. I'ma keep doing me, bitch. I am the fucking man from Mark Street. No sleep. Maybe I'll rest tomorrow. In and out. The ash mine. Baby, I'm starved. Baby, I'm starved. No handles, but I can handle bars like no sleep. Maybe I'll rest tomorrow. In and out. The ash mine. Baby, I'm starved. Baby, I'm starved. No handles, but I can handle bars like who the fuck is you sleeping on? Niggas ride, niggas be the same place that your girl sleeping on. She bakes the base, I kicked her at the ash, let me walk home. New Orleans chick, I swear they give the best on. About my biscuit, yes I like shoes, but I don't wanna kick it. 6 foot hoe, but when she sucks, we turn to a midget. Hater, let's be realistic. If this was your toilet paper, this would be your shit. Bad chicks know me, love so me X on the face, smash brothers call her Yoshi. Put your niggas in the fetal, short flows like my mouth full of needles. Favorite car, Aston Martin, and I'm starving the people. No sleep, maybe I'll rest tomorrow. In and out, the ash mine. Baby, I'm starved. Baby, I'm starved. No handles, but I can handle bars like no sleep. Maybe I'll rest tomorrow. In and out, the ash mine. Baby, I'm starved. Baby, I'm starved. No handles, but I can handle bars like
a nigga never been no bitch. For some game type plus my swagger, right? Talk to him. Pull a bad bitch on my worst day. Come here, little bitch. It's Everlast in a pair of J's. Plus I'm dope with that wordplay. Play with words by finessing. I'm a young, rich nigga like the Migos, I'm flexing. I got muscle plus power. Get me back in an hour. If you ain't about your money, I can't fuck with you cowards, bitch.
Are searching for a killer this morning after Louisville's first homicide of 2015.
Thanks so much for that submission, D-Swag. Alright, we're gonna keep it moving. We got some Cali Made. He just dropped this one, brand new music from, I think I just played that one. Yeah, I think I just did. Okay. Alright, we're gonna keep it moving right along with a little music out of the UK. This is Dynamic. This is part of a series of diss tracks against another UK rapper named Bowser. But here it is. This one's called Apocalypse, and it's by Dynamic. I guess I don't have that one, but I do have the second in the series, which was Shots.
I'm the reaper. The rest of you can get the D with excellent demeanor, especially treading careful what you venture into me for. I give this fucking bitch a hysterectomy procedure. These people know the facts when it comes to beefy music. Man, I'm feasting on the scraps, he'll be feeding on the caps. Lyrically, I'm so much meaner when I'm breathing on the track. You ain't nowhere near as cleaner. You're a weasel going up against the D. Means you really are a fag. I don't see an army rolling by your side. I'm talking real fucking guns, not airsoft nines. Take a look at who you're dissing, kid. Tell me who the fuck it is. Overweight, faggot with addiction just to suck a dick. Doing trying to diss me, all the fake shots miss. You can keep on making music, but you ain't hot shit. And I'd be lying if I said that you ain't got tits. You a bitch. Only reason that I'm reaching was to take shots. If you think that you can beat me, I'm afraid not. Only damage you be doing is the graze up. No, you can't really fathom what I'm made from. Only reason that I'm reaching was to take shots. If you think that you can beat me, I'm afraid not. Only damage you be doing is the graze up. No, you can't really fathom what I'm made from. You ain't nothing but a waste of a page. You keep going for these girls, they be so underage. And this beef is really cooking, man, it's so underway. So fucking bring me all the heat, cause I'm a beast in a cage. Yes, I'm a beast when I spray this evil in me fucking list for it. You really think I give a shit? You sounding so ridiculous. It's another ADN I'm dealing with. When it's really over, you'll be missing the beat. Just like you missed getting shit brushed up on your teeth. Whoever warned you of me, they fucking warned you correct. It means I'm owning your neck, I got your head on a stake. People know you as a racist, people know me as a great lyricist when it comes to this shit. So fuck you and your mates, you're all talkative. That's the way it is, and I'm bored of it already. Fam, I'm bringing what I can to this war, cause I'm already, man, this Bowser better stay in his lane. Only reason that I'm reaching was to take shots. If you think that you can beat me, I'm afraid not. Only damage you be doing is the graze up. No, you can't really fathom what I'm made from. Only reason that I'm reaching was to take shots. If you think that you can beat me, I'm afraid not. Only damage you be doing is the graze up. No, you can't really fathom what I'm made from. Yeah, I'm a family man, I work hard. Got the passion to pursue my dreams. Bowser getting murked hard with anyone who's chatting about me, who got their dick hard. Who wants a piece of this? This is what I call art. Now I'm calling cavalry to finish what we did start. Dynamic, he spits hard. Bowser is a pedo touching kids are. Yeah, this is fucking real, bitch, as real as it gets. I'm bringing hip hop back, now watch it resurrect. Well, rappers getting wrecked, plus half of them that's in your team, they don't even rap. They just still fucking hype men, ruining a track. If you really think you got it, then you must be fucking tapped. And the reason you are in care, no one loved you back. And you know that is a fact. What you gonna come back with? Eminem wanna be original as that? And mumble rap with me, tell me what the fuck is that? You a bitch. Only reason that I'm reaching was to take shots. If you think that you can beat me, I'm afraid not. Only damage you be doing is the graze up. No, you can't really fathom what I'm made from. Only reason that I'm reaching was to take shots. If you think that you can beat me, I'm afraid not. Only damage you be doing is the graze up. No, you can't really fathom what I'm made from.
Alright, thank you so much for that submission. I think we're going to go ahead and switch on to our main brain frame here and go ahead and start our talk. And I'm going to set us a little music to start our talk to. Appreciate it if you are watching. Appreciate you for watching. Let me get my welcome to the TheLiveList, Alabama Internet Radio Show. I'm your host, Twan, Gator from the South. B, Brandon, Antoine Walker, whatever you'd like to call me, that's who I am. This is my first Godcast, my first podcast. So we're going to keep it simple for everybody, and I hope everybody keeps it simple for me. Now, this is a platform where we play 100% underground music. Yeah, I mean, yeah, these songs might have been on the radio before. They may have had their moment in the sun before, but as of right now, these songs are completely 100% user-submitted. Great artists from all around the world just want to bring great music to you while we have these conversations, you know, these great conversations. And that's what we're going to start doing around here. And to kick it off, I got a great artist out of South Africa called Mad Skills. This is on a playlist that you can find on SoundCloud, by the way. My links are in the description there. And you can just go to SoundCloud and find the link to this playlist. I call it the TheLiveList because people submit these songs to me, and you know, what else am I supposed to do but create a playlist for everybody to go and check out everybody else's music.
Oh my life.
All right, so our talk. What are we talking about today? Black spirituality, black spirituality, Christianity, Islam, and Hebrew Israelites, Moorish people. What is up with all that? I mean, we could say a lot. We could say a lot is up with that. I mean, black spirituality is supposed to be this thing to where I know that the idea, the picture that we get from you know, slavery times, I guess, is that we're supposed to be, you know, clapping our hands and stomping our feet, and you know, and there's a word for that. It's called the Kundalini spirit in a lot of Eastern traditions. It's something that's been invoked a lot, you know, over the past, and it's really more of a human mental state than it is a Holy Ghost spirit, you know, reaching all over you, you know. But that's up for debate. You know, Christians will agree, will disagree. They will say, well, you don't have the Holy Spirit, you're not touched, you're not blessed. You know, that's up to you. But black spirituality, what is black spirituality? Let's go find out. Let's go look at some document. Let's type in black spirituality and see what comes up. Alright, a bunch of books pop up. Okay, so basically the idea is that black spirituality, well, my thought is that when people talk about black spirituality, they're talking about usually Southern Baptist traditions. You know, because the transatlantic slave trade, I'm not going to say the transatlantic slave trade, because we got to get out of this notion that the slave trade was just these Dutch people, just these, and we're going to get into the history of all that a little bit later as well. Today's just a little opener episode, just to talk about some things. But we got to get out of this idea that it was just the Dutch, that it was just the Portuguese, you know, that it was just the Arabs, you know. The history is really much deeper and much broader and much richer than that, and it's just so narrowed down in our history books and our textbooks, it's ridiculous. But black spirituality is not Southern Baptist. We carry with us innately a sort of spirituality, in my belief. Not that white people don't either. I'm sure they do as well. I'm not a white person, so I can't, you know, attest to that. But what I can say is that there's a certain soul to a black person that they just have. It's a certain spirit, a certain what some people say it's cultural, some people say it's it has to do with, some people even go down to genetics and try to get into this whole other argument that, you know, about inferiority or superiority. I don't argue either way. I'm not for either or. But there definitely is a difference inherently in our makeup, how we interact, how we talk, how we breathe, how we walk, how we jump, how we dance, how we do pretty much everything. So it's just really interesting to see a lot of black people nowadays going to this conscious movement, this black consciousness movement, which I really agree wholeheartedly with. You know what I'm saying? You have the Hebrew Israelites, which we will get into later in this episode. You've got the more people who, you know, the Moorish identity movement. We have, by the way, this is DZ Kings from Michigan, I think. I think they're from Michigan. But at any rate, I'm really happy that black people are getting back to the point where we can be spiritual, we can be ethical, we can be uplifting, and we always have been. You know what I mean? I take that back. I'm saying I'm glad we're getting back to the point. I mean, we always have been. The thing is, we were under a certain form. Well, black people in this particular diaspora in the Western Hemisphere, and even in the Eastern Hemisphere, is getting worse now than it has been. But in the Western Hemisphere especially, black people are getting to the point where they're actually seen in the status on equal with a European, on equal with even a Native American or a Mexican person, even though Mexican isn't really a race or it's just a place. Black spirituality can be described to me as the essence of who we are. It doesn't matter where we are, when we see each other, we instantly have love for one another. We instantly have compassion for one another. Now, there may be some sort of, animosity or some type of, and if you hear that beeping in the background, that's my son talking. He's on the ventilator, and when he talks, it beeps. It measures his breathing. So when he forces air through it, he talks more. It talks more. We're all on this journey, man. We're all on this planet. This planet is breathing and exhaling, is inhaling and exhaling, and shooting out magnetic beams and ultralight beams. Like, scientists can't even measure this shit. You know what I mean? It's like, but so we can't just say that, oh well, there's nothing there. For the atheists out there, for the black atheists, for the people for the agnostics, I'm kind of in that category myself. Not really in that stuff. I consider myself a Muslim, but there are definitely a lot of different beliefs in what I believe. I call myself a Muslim because basically the word Muslim means submission to the will of Allah, submission to the will of God, and I believe that nothing is outside of the will of God. Everything that happens is inside the will of God, so there can be no outside the will of God. In my humble opinion, there is no outside the will of God. So with that being said, that's why I consider myself a Muslim. Now, do I, subscribe to every Muslim tenet that's out? Am I, out there praying 5 times a day and fasting and all this? I do sometimes, but for the most part, what I do is just make sure that I live a good life. Like, I really don't think that God cares how many times I go to church if I'm a bad person. I really don't think God really cares how many times I kneel down in prayer if I'm raping women, raping children. Yeah, it's really interesting how a lot of these religions will lead you to believe that they're so pure and they're the right way. I mean, did you know that? Well, I don't know. This is another topic that we'll get deeper into in later episodes. But did you know that the Catholic Church they practice what's called sex magic? Apparently, the anus of a young boy is the portal to another dimension to these witches, to these warlocks. So they use anal sex magic with young boys to open portals to other dimensions, so they can gain profit, prestige, power, put these spells out into the atmosphere. It's really weird and frightening stuff when you think about it. Right now you're listening to Beach House by TB the Realist. TB the Realist. And all of this is, like I said, the link to the playlist is in the description. If you like any of this music, just I'm gonna be calling it out, shouting it out throughout the episode. Might even comment the time marker of the songs. I'll start doing that. That's what I'll do. Just another night of being a real nigga. Finger fucking since the 8th grade, yeah. Back in the skate days, yeah.
We at the beach house. Tell all the bitches to take the beach route. We at the beach house. We got money, we got cars, we got drinks out. We at the beach house. Tell all my niggas to take the beach route. We at the beach house. Nice to remember when them G's out.
Alright, I just commented that one. Time marker should be in there. I don't know what this one is. This was Day by Day by Local Stranger. I think this one is a beat. I'm gonna see if we can get one of our friends on the line. We'll talk about this a little bit. Contacting our friend Lamont Jones. We're gonna see if he's gonna answer. We're gonna talk about this a little bit. Lamont Jones, everybody, if you can see it. Okay, he's not reachable. Alright, I think we're going to get to our senior gossip correspondent, and we're going to talk about some of today's latest news. Time for breaking news with senior gossip correspondent Kiswana Peterson. Okay, that didn't work either. So what are we gonna do now? Time to go back to the main brain frame and just play some music. How about that? Until somebody calls us back. And we're gonna start right back up with Day by Day by Local Stranger.
Fake, you can't come through.
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 You can hate if you want to.
Hate if you want to.
You can hate if you want to.
Hate if you want to.
Ain't no way that we gon' lose.
No way that we gon' lose.
Ain't no way that we gon' lose.
No way that we gon' lose.
Getting money, what we gon' do?
Get money, what we gon' do?
Getting money, what we gon' do?
Money, what we gon' do?
No fakes, no snakes, we getting money, you can't relate. We been out here jumping gates while you been out here copping plates. No, my mind been on a bag, getting money, we never lag. Rolling Dutches, take a drag, so much money that my pants sag. And that hating's what you gon' do, so I might run up on you and hit you with that knock you out like Rocky Part 2. Hit you with that sensei, now you can't even think straight. That jealousy's a bitch straight, now you can't lie, I've been great. I've been great, you been fake, running through the six like my name Drake. Always keep it real, but you can't relate. Swear I'll never make that same mistake. Always be the loyal one to the end. Keep it 100 if I call you friend. If we gotta scrap, no, I got your back. No fakes round here, nah, this my pack. Facts. Fake, you can't come through.
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 You can hate if you want to.
Hate if you want to.
You can hate if you want to.
Hate if you want to.
Ain't no way that we gon' lose.
No way that we gon' lose.
Ain't no way that we gon' lose.
No way that we gon' lose.
Getting money, what we gon' do?
Get money, what we gon' do?
Getting money, what we gon' do?
Money, what we gon' do?
Okay, I'ma live it up, I light it up and I burn it down. No snakes up in my circle because I tear it down to the ground. Fake love, you ain't a real one. Fake love, you ain't a real one. She gon' throw it back for a real one. She gon' throw it back for a real one. Live it out like a movie. If you think twice, don't choose me. I know you ain't scared to lose me. I know you ain't scared to lose me. Out of my zone like 2-3. Out of my zone like 2-3. Posted up like I'm Kobe. Yeah, these niggas think that they know me.
Fake, you can't come through. Fake, you can't come through. You can hate if you want to. You can hate if you want to.
Niggas be talking that one shit, man. I just be like, yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. Time for all that extra, nigga. Hold up, hold up. Yeah, bruh. Hold up. Yeah, bruh. Hold up. Hold up. And people like, see, we feel you, and I just be like, hold up. Yeah, bruh. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, bruh. Hold up. Hold up. Got no time for all that extra. Hey. Hold up. No, with the what? The niggas be talking that one shit, man. I just be like, yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. Got no time for all that extra, nigga. Look, I feel like niggas always sleeping on me. Plus you niggas know I keep it on me. Smoking weed just like it's legal, homie. Dripping water, but I keep it frozen. But the blood clot, that's that hematoma. Rolling swishes with that sweet aroma. Plus you niggas know I keep it on me. I be fooling. Your girl is a boss, so she choosing. You ain't with the squad, so you losing. Pushing that throttle, we zooming. Working the pots, ratatouille. Living just like it's a movie. You niggas should quit. MC with the hammer, unless it's legit. Working my hand, cause I'm trying to finesse. Make my mind up, I'm set. Go hard at these beats till they cut me a check. You niggas is weak when comparing to me. Feel they second below average at best. Feel the pressure cause I'm right at their neck. See, well, yeah, I feel I'm nice as it gets. Feel like I'm the best, but that's my opinion, I guess. Tell them boys we got up next. And all my niggas say, hold up, yeah, bruh. Hold up, yeah, bruh. Hold up. And people like, see, we feel you, and I just be like, yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. Hold up. Got no time for all that extra. Hey. Hold up. Yeah, bruh. Hold up. Yeah, bruh. Hold up. The niggas be talking that one shit, man. I just be like, yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. Got no time for all that extra, nigga. Man, and y'all niggas know sick. Man, I blow harder than what broke niggas do, smoking other niggas weed. Got grants to sell, what you need? Plus fireworks, Jubilee. If you was half as real as you said you was, you would holla at me. True indeed, man, these niggas is dripping. Only thing tight can find me and his women. Running through cycles of weed and good linen. Shooting like Michael for 3 with no pimping. Boy, this is pimping. And it's satisfying as y'all niggas stripping. Dick done tapped the spine, got that bitch giving. Boy, done lost his mind, God is my witness. Boy, I pull up like Kyrie up on the pivot. Hey, ain't got no time to big it. Straight to the bag, we get it. Yeah, while laughing out loud, y'all worried about odds, but y'all need to mind your business. Hey, ain't got no time to big it. I say, straight to the bag, we get it. Yeah, while laughing out loud, y'all worried about odds, but y'all need to mind your business. Yeah. Hold up, yeah, bruh. Hold up, yeah, bruh. Hold up. And people like, see, we feel you, and I just be like, yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. Hold up. Got no time for all that extra. Hey. Hold up. Yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. The niggas be talking that one shit, man. I just be like, yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. Got no time for all that extra, nigga.